Hey guys, we're back with the second art stream of the day. We are not counting the disrupted first stream I had where I had to keep popping on and off because of the dog barking at the pest control guy. We're not counting it. Didn't happen. Alright, so welcome to the second art stream of the day. We are working on the same thing we were working on earlier today, although further along, so there's that. Welcome. Glad to have you. Here we go. Enough, keep me guessing more. Okay, and we are currently working on the highlights for this, so that should be lots of fun. We've already finished the shadows. I got that done during the interim break because I was busy. I ran out of chores to do. And then I wanted to watch some Voltron before I started streaming again, which I did. I got in 3 episodes. 3 beautiful episodes. Damn you, Voltron, for being so addictive. Anyway, we're back for tons of fun. Alright, no, we would be alright. Lost our minds and we took them way too far. No, we alright, no, we would be alright if you were by my side. And in the dark, I know we'd be alright. We would be alright. Oh, hey. Oh, my God, it's Val Oss. This is the first time you've popped in on an art stream. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. And also, hello, Joe. And I will definitely zoom out for you guys. Okay, here we go. So what I'm working on today is some original artwork of an original character for a webcomic idea I have that I'm working on. It's basically like modern slice of life with some magic thrown in. Not a lot of magic, just like a little bit of magic. And this here would be the main character, Ansley, who don't know why I said it the way I did the first time. And Ansley is the main character because Ansley is a progenitor, which means I'm probably saying that word wrong, by the way. But like I know what the word means, but in the comic, it's going to mean like somebody who's inherited a natural talent for magic. And the gene that and the genes are tied to specific schools of magic. And Ansley's school that she inherited was the summoner's gene, which is like the source of all magic. So it's very rare. It's considered a gray school. And all magic is extremely hard to do in this world. So it's an edge, but it's not much of an edge. Because all magic in this world basically takes like hours worth of work just to cast like very easy, simple spells. So, but it's modern, so you know you get like magic mixed with iPhones and that kind of stuff. So should prove interesting. And right now we are working on the highlights for Ansley's jacket. Not much has got upward. Oh, that's cool. Sounds like an anime. Well, I am influenced a lot by anime. I'm actually thinking of making it less anime, more like, oh god, less anime, more like Stranger Things. No, not Stranger Things. Stranger Things is too dark. God, what's a good example? I don't really have a good example. Shit. If you guys have ever read the webcomic, I think it's called Godless. It's great. It's off of Hiveworks. If you guys don't know what Hiveworks is this collection of webcomics online by independent creators, and it's great. It's one of the best sites I've ever found. There's amazing webcomics on there. I definitely suggest checking it out. Godless is one of them, and it's the story about this student who is the student council president, and then he gets kicked off the student council because this chick has a grudge against him, and she wants the position. And I guess somebody that he thought was his friend helped her do it, because they just don't like him because he's kind of like an atheist. And he ends up getting bullied and thrust into this sub-basement level of the school. And it's like a Catholic school, but not. And in the basement, he finds this like demon altar and ends up summoning a demon and selling his soul to it for revenge. And it's like, it's surprisingly like normal genre mixed in with just a little bit of supernatural stuff. And that was kind of like what I was thinking of going for, is that nice balance between slice of life and crazy magical happenstance. So that's what we're going for. I just think that she looks badass. Thank you. Ansley is actually a they, because Ansley is bigender, like me. Like I said, this was based off of a dream I had, and I wanted to modify it to be a webcomic, because I thought it would be a cool idea. And so Ansley is loosely based off of me, but the setting makes it so that Ansley is probably more confident in themselves than I am. So, yeah. Basically, bigender means that half the time, you identify as a girl, and the other half of the time you identify as a guy. Or you identify as a guy half the time and agender the rest. It depends on the person and what their situation is. But for me, it's half the time I'm a chick, and the other half of the time I'm a dude. And like, I don't want to transition fully, but like, I would like my boobs to go away. Oh, okay, might have missed the pronouns you used for them. It's okay, I tend to mess up because I don't care as much about my own pronouns. I tend to forget sometimes, which is a problem. Especially if it's a character I came up with. Like, that's stupid. I gave them their preferred pronouns. I should know what I'm doing. To be fair, though, I have called my good friend Alch on several occasions she, and I called Chili, who's most definitely a cis she, he on a couple of occasions. So, like, I do it literally for everyone. Me and pronouns don't mix well. It's because I mess them up a lot. Stop rubbing up on my cords. Stop it. You're being a jerk. Stop rubbing up on my cords. I know that's just a preamble for you biting them, so stop. Yeah, you can rub up against me all you want and try to be cute, but the point remains, you were being a jerk. That would be my cat, who put me off of Twitch so I can't see the freaking... Why would you do that, cat? Why would you do that? So now I don't know what happened in the chat. Thanks for that. You were so helpful. If you said something in the chat in the last couple of seconds, I'm sorry. My cat pressed something on my Xbox controller, so now I couldn't see the chat, and now the chat that was there is gone. So I have no idea what people said. Thank you, Daphne. Yes, thank you. You're very, helpful. Can you tell I'm being facetious? No, because you're a cat. I was gonna say without context, that sounds... It's always hysterical at this house because there is always some kind of animal shenanigans going on. And atheist, I am offended. He should have summoned Pumpkinhead. That would have been more more authentic, aesthetic. I can't read that word. I'm too far away from the screen. I'm just gonna go with okay. Stop meowing at me. I'm on eraser. Like we're gonna die young. So basically I'm using my airbrush tool with my layer set to screen to create these cool highlights you see here, which I am using the wrong color. Thanks for that. Kitty, you are not nearly as helpful as you like to think you are. I heard that kitty. Yep. There is in fact a kitty. It's my kitty. Her name is Daphne and she's skinny on purpose. Like so skinny you can feel her bones. I've never had a cat that refuses to eat and then throws up the food that she does eat, but here we are. I have one of those. Her name is Daphne and she is an attention whore. Like, and you might think that's being mean and cruel, but it's not. She really is. Your cat is a fur monster. Yeah, most of my cats have been fur monsters, but this one is just, you know, so precious and adorable and doesn't mean to do the horrible things she does. Yeah. That's you I'm talking about. That's a good spot for you. You sit there, don't rub up on my cords, and don't eat them. Don't give me that look. That is exactly what you do. You're a good puppy. You're good. You're good. Just stay by the door and don't bark. Just watch the neighborhood. That's a good boy. But cords are so yummy. No encouraging my cat there, Joe. Dang it, stop doing that. Alright, bye, Joe. Okay, there we go. Highlights are in place. Static. Drink already. Optimus get messy. Import pattern from image. Nope. Yeah, none of those are helpful. No. Screw it. I will just...
It's 15:30.
Thank you, computer. Pull up my palette. Grab the middle color. Go back up here. Nobody needs you, not like I do. The moon and the stars are both jealous of you. I don't like that either. There without your love, nothing mean the world, but it ain't enough. Won't your touch speed of more if the world gets rough? Punish my love. Ideas for characters pro gamer technomancer. Oh my god. that is pretty cool. Okay, I'll admit that is a cool idea for a character. I might actually use that. I've already decided I was gonna incorporate magical apps for like Android phones and stuff. Trying to be inclusive of those people who don't have iPhones. Because, I mean, not everybody uses iPhone. It's because I have one. And not even a, like, new one. They swear it's unrelated. That creates like an interesting idea. Like, would using magic in a pro gamer tournament be illegal? Especially since you'd have to prove it, and like spells take forever to set up in this world. So that'd be interesting. I'll have to toy around with that idea. So another day without your touch. Miss me tomorrow if the world gets rough. Finish my love. So right now I'm adding texture to our mostly finished colors so that we can differentiate the belt from the coat and the coat and belt from the buttons. So we've already done the coat for texture, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add texture to the belt. So file, import, image. And this time I do want metal. I say that like I don't want metal all the time. Ugh. It's the one problem with these textures. They're so huge, I have to zoom all the way out just to see them. Or at least just the edges of them. Like if I want to adjust it. There we go. Hey Joe, welcome back. We are adding texture to our belt so that we can tell it apart from the jacket and the buttons. Okay, now for the buttons. Can't believe the lie, say you need me, with a white flag. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. With a white flag, I surrender, I surrender, surrender, surrender. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. We're going to go with that and combine. All right, so now we're done with that color. We're going to move on to the next one. Yep. Oh, God, I forgot the boots. Oops. I forgot the boots. My bad. That's an easy fix. Okay, import image. Move into the night. Oy vey. Rex. Shh. Shh. It's okay. All right, hang on. Give me 1 second. Go outside. Go bark. Jesus. Every time. Every goddamn time. Yeah. Let's drive into the night. Just get up and go. Leave our woes behind. It's so easy if you just say that you might. Just get up and go. Go behind. Baby, I just wanna get it right. Let's just get this slow. I hope that you don't mind. So easy if you let another night. Leave it all behind. The flow, leave it all behind. Flow, leave it all behind. All right. Drive into the night. Just get up and go. Leave it all behind. It's so easy if you just say that you might. Just get up and go. Leave it all behind. Baby, I just wanna get it right. Just take this slow. I hope that you don't mind. So easy if you let another night. drive into the night. You'll get up and go, leave it all behind. It's so easy if you just say that you might. Get up and go, leave it all behind. Baby, let's just get away tonight. Pick up all your bags, start another life. If we leave right now, we'll be there, but it's late. If you wanna go, leave it all behind. Baby, I just wanna get it right. Let's just kick this slow, I hope that you don't mind. It's so easy if you're doing another night. Let's get with the flow, leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Flow, leave it all behind. Okay, now we go in and we erase where I got outside the lines, which is pretty much everywhere. Sorry, I just realized I was being pretty quiet. I was listening to music. Alright, so just erasing outside the lines. So this will be the short stream today. And then later tonight, okay dog, will be the longer stream of the 3 that we're doing today. And of course that will be at around 6:30 or 7 Pacific Standard Time, which is time if you are in California, rather than Eastern Standard Time, or I can never remember what the time zone is for the middle of America. Okay, I should probably stop watching you when I'm trying to do work, because I wind up just staring at the screen. You know, if you're trying to get work done, that's probably not the best strategy, but hey, good to know I can be distracting. I'm always trying to do like new. Rex, would you get in here? Why do you scratch at the door and then go away? You're such a jerk. Pick one. Well, there you go. like, I'm always trying to switch up the stream time so I can catch more people, but also, like, I would like to stream at earlier times just so that I can then stream for my cousins back east, because I miss them, and it'd be interesting to hear their opinions on stuff. I did have one of my cousins watch once, but unfortunately that was one of my rare drunken art streams. And by rare I mean it was probably the only one I've actually done where I was drinking a bunch of scotch with my friend V, and we were both talking and we got a little out of hand. Mostly because I was having quite a bit of scotch. I mean, I had fun, but still. Like, probably got a little out of hand with how much we were talking to each other while the stream was going on. And then we ended up stopping the art stream to just do games. Which I might do either this month or most likely next month. The good news is that I will not have to do jury duty, which I may have talked about in some of the earlier streams. Earlier this week, I mean. I did not get called in, but I did get a summons. Though, since I did not get called in all this week, that means that I won't have to worry about jury duty the rest of this year. Yay! So at least for this year, I'm safe. I do not have to go in and sit on a jury. Not that I would mind doing my civic duty, because as I feel for all my civic duties, I'm a proud American, I'd be happy to do them, but it was real inconvenient that it happened in October. Trying to do some art streams, not all that convenient. Would much rather it happen in, I don't know, the middle of the summer or springtime. Springtime would be good. I realize that is not how the government works, but still. Yes, thank you, Nightbot. You know what I should do is I just like put in a link to whatever playlist I'm listening to at the bottom of the Twitch stream, so that if you guys wanted to, you could listen along to whatever I'm listening to. Not that I have my music on right now, because I don't, but still, I feel like that could be an option. Of course, then I'd just be advertising to people that are not us. And then my boss might be like, stop doing that. By boss, I mean Rob, who's both my friend and my boss. And soon to be roommate. Yeah. Moving in with him in December. I will be living in the high desert with him and Mikella. Should prove interesting. Not sure how it's gonna go down, but at the very least, should prove interesting. I'm actually very excited for it, because it means that I'm no longer living with my mother. And also means that I get to do more stuff for the channel. I'm hoping it means I get to do more art streams, although I need to get a side job. I'm trying. Like, I've sent out like a billion different applications and just nothing. I'm doing my best here, guys. But I'm hoping one way or the other I could get enough cash worked up to pay for the application fee and the and pay for the CBEST, because I got to take the CBEST, which is a test that you have to take if you want to be any kind of teacher, including a sub, in California. So I'm hoping that I can earn enough cash to pay for those and then become a sub and just do substitute teaching to pay the bills. Because I should only have to do that for like a couple of weeks, a month, in order to pay for rent and all the stuff I want. So, or want/need. Should really call it more like wants if I'm paying for utilities and junk. So, I don't know, guys. Coming up with some plans to be a proper adult human being. Not like I'm not already, it's just, you know, one who can afford to pay bills and crap, because I can't right now. Although, if you shared us around and we got more subscribers, we could. And then all I would have to do is do this all day, every day. Nothing but art streams and playing video games for you guys to watch and see. So, you know, if that's what you're interested in, you know, hit us up. I feel like this is weird to be advertising during a stream, but whatever. Personal opinion, adulthood sucks. Yeah, adulthood does kind of suck. Alright, so you got the base color down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw in the shadow. That is still, like, I find it both weird and oddly, like, cool looking when I do that. Okay, so we're going to grab our shadow color, come out, put that away. We're going to come in with this layer locked to the one beneath it, and we're going to draw in our shadows. Yay, shadows! All kinds of fun, you guys. Stop that. Seconded. Yeah, but think of it this way, guys. Adulthood does suck, but there's alcohol, which you couldn't have as a kid. And also, you know, that other thing that is fairly enjoyable that you also could not have as a kid. Yeah. That other thing is nice. Yeah. Yep, okay. So, pervert moment over. Back to drawing. But I have to buy the alcohol. Yeah, but, I mean, you don't have to buy the other thing. In fact, it might be better if you didn't. I just feel like, I don't know, like, yeah, being an adult sucks, but it has benefits, and as much as being a child was fun, I can't go back, and to be honest, I don't really want to. Being a kid also kind of sucks, because you don't have real autonomy. Like, you don't get to decide what you want to do when you want to do it. It's, you know, you have parents that dictate what you do and when you do it, and, you know, so and even if it's not parents, and it's teachers or it's babysitters, you know. I have lots of pervert moments. Have you not looked at my blog? Like, either of them? Like, they're both pretty not safe for work. I try so hard, And yet, it's just a lot of me smutting. I try so hard to have clean ships, and what ends up happening? Smut. So much smut. Like, Marius and Tabby are all cute now, but I mean, for 2 years, it was nothing but smut. Because the two just, like, could not move past just being sex friends. Stupid idiots. They're good now. They're in love now, but still. Things we need more. Things we need some Atreus / Aemon smuts. So true, so much / Tabby sex. Marius / Tabby sex. Right? See, Joe knows because Joe was there from the beginning. Tabby and Marius could not keep it in their pants. And also would be like, love, what's that? We're not in love, but you spend all your time together. Shut up! No, we don't. We're just having lots of sex. I mean, you are, but also you guys kind of cuddle on the couch. It's friendly cuddling. I was there. You were there. And now Marius is meeting Tabby's parents, and it's all awkward, and I love it. What, kitty kitty? What? It's not about you right now. What are you looking at? There's nothing over there. You know what creeps me out when you do that. I mean, I think Atreus had to kind of prod Aemon to things. I don't remember them those early days very well. I mean, I think they did, but at the same point in time, there was, I think, Atreus and Aemon had a lot more, like, cuddling and emotional bonding than Marius and Tabby did. But I mean, Marius and Tabby took, like, literal 2 years, both out of character. Literally 2 years of my life was spent getting these two idiots to just admit that it was more than sex. And that they actually liked each other. 2 years of my life, Aemon. 2 years. I did my waiting. 12 years of it. Stop that. Speaking of RPs, I have an idea for one once you're done with your stream. Oh, Lord. Rex! Rex, it's okay. Rex! I swear to you, there's no one there. It's okay, Bubby. Chill. No, chill does not mean go bark some more. Okay, you need to be closer to the screen you're reading. This is true. Meanwhile, me and Mana...
It's 16 hours.
Yes, thank you, computer. ...are literally incapable of a slow burn ship like that. Aww, Mana. I miss Mana. I miss RPing with Captain Jack. That was fun. But I understand, like, real life can, you know, be a jerk sometimes. And sometimes just you know, if RP is not fun, then there's no reason to do it. Like, if it feels like a job, then, like, it feels like a job even more than your actual job, like, and it's not paying you money, then there's no real reason to do it. And I can understand that, especially if it's emotionally draining. So, in case anyone's wondering, Des/Val got off to an interesting start. Yes, it did. It did, because Dezora was like, I just wanted to talk, and then he knocked me out and, like, held me hostage for a couple hours, and that was interesting. And also, I don't understand why he thinks, like, him killing a kid is very, like, sad, because I've killed 20 of them. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. In Dezora's canon, she has killed 20 kids. She had to, because they were indoctrinated by the Reapers, and it was a Spectre assignment, and it was not cool. And yeah, like, Dezora doesn't have a lot of, like, sympathy anymore. There's a lot of, like, this kind of I want to say, like, edge to her, where it's become, I will care about things once the Reapers are gone. Like, I understand that there's horrible things that go on in the universe, and some people actually are horrible, but because the Reapers are out there, nothing is as horrible as that. And I feel like part of that is also her need for revenge against the Reapers, but I mean, honestly, she's not wrong. As long as the Reaper War is going on, there's not any threat that's going to be as big as the thing that wants to wipe us out of existence. I mean, there are still horrible things, and she admits that. Like, that's why they're constantly going after Cerberus, too. But, again, Cerberus is tied to the Reapers, so... Hey, it's Balin! Back. What the fuck is this darkness I've turned into? I'm sorry. He had some shit made rules as the Phoenix to help him live with his actions. 3 of them. Okay. Sorry, we were talking about some Tumblr Mass Effect RPs. Because that's, like, that's not even where I got started. Like, I feel like I say where I got my start, but really, like, I got my start, oh god, how many years ago? I want to say on Gaia Online. Remember when Gaia Online was the thing, you guys? That's where I really got my start. God, so many years ago. I don't even want to say that was the real start. I want to say, like, the first time I started RPing was with my friend Jenny in middle school. In between classes, we would pass back and forth this notebook and pretend to be our Sailor Moon OCs. You're not sorry. I'm not. I'm never sorry. That's the real honest truth, you guys. I'm really, very rarely ever sorry. Like, sincerely. I tend to live by the code of have no regrets. I regret nothing. Or at least anymore. I used to regret, like, a lot of the things that I've done, and there's some stupid shit that I have done in the past, but, like, now it's basically like, I do what I do, and if you don't like that, then okay. I mean, it's mostly your problem. Like, I have no control over how you're gonna react to things. I have only control over how I respond to that. I've learned through therapy how not to give a shit. That's like the number one thing I've like developed out of therapy is learning how and when to give a shit, and basically it's led to a very zen outlook that is mostly, I don't give a shit anymore. Everyone's just gonna have to deal with me as I am because I just am the way I am. And there's nothing wrong with that, yeah. You is who you is, for show. For show. I almost want to say, like, if I was a TV character, I would be Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That could just because I've been watching that show a lot recently, though. Like, a combination of Mitchell from Modern Family and Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's who I am. Gina's, like, not giving a shit, and Mitchell's, like, crazy social anxiety. Because that's actively what I am. It's like a mix of I don't give a shit and social anxiety. Like, it's very well covered because as a child, my mom was like, okay, I have an introvert, very intelligent kid. I know how to fix this so that you won't feel awkward in situations with lots of people. Dance class. And you know what? She was right. Because once you've been on a stage dancing in a flubber costume, it is really hard to care about what people in a large group think about you anymore. And that is not even a joke or hyperbole. There was actually and that was actually one of my favorite dance pieces I've ever done. Was for a dance recital one year. Our dance teacher was like, we're gonna dance to Weird Science, and all the girls are gonna be in flubber costumes. You're gonna be flubber. And I was like, yes. And it was the best. They were basically like these giant, like, bean bags that we, like, tied to our wrists and ankles and danced around in those. It was great. Oh, it was so great. Like, half the time we're on stage, I was in a box. Oh my god, so much fun. And it's really hard to care what people think about you after that. Or that time I was in ballet class because my mom insisted I take ballet. Because, like, I spent, like, I spent, like, so many years in jazz class, and then my mom was like, you have to take ballet and tap. And I was like, I'm good with the tap, but do I have to take ballet? Yes, you have to take ballet. Why, though? Because. But I want to go back to jazz. No. Fine. So she put me in a ballet class, and because I was so inexperienced, that meant I had to be in the inexperienced class with these girls that were like 4 or 5 years younger than me. So for the one and only time in my life, I was the tallest person in the room, other than the teacher. What? Here, let me give you a fuck. Oh no, looks like I'm all out. Yeah, flubber. I have the best stories, you guys. My childhood was crazy. A lot of my life is crazy. I'm a bit crazy, and that might be a part of it, but, like, also just, like, the circumstances of my life are insane. Like, because the dance classes led to me being scouted, which led to me being a child actor for a fairly short period of time in my life. I say fairly short. It was pretty much all of elementary school. Not that I ever became famous, thank God. I say child actor, not child star, for a reason. I was never a star, thank God. I never got important. I was only ever in, like, a couple of music videos and a few commercials, and that's it. But yeah, I was in stuff. I went to Hollywood. There was that time and this is really funny because I can actually link to this video. There was actually a time when I was in a music video with Kato Kaelin and Screech from Saved by the Bell. Kato Kaelin, for those of you who are either too young or don't care, was one of the major witnesses in the original O.J. Simpson murder trial. So I was in a music video with that guy. I had to sit on his chest. during a death scene, which that was the longest take of the entire video. IMO, there's no such thing as saying only various types of insanity. Okay. That awkward pause, right? There's so many awkward pauses in my life. Right. So, yeah, but I mean, Screech from Saved by the Bell was in that music video too, which was just weird. It was a weird music video, you guys. Like, I watch it, I'm just like, I still don't know why they had me read passages out of the Bible in the background, but okay. Like, that is the thing that happened. They yelled at me while I was reading passages from out of the Bible, and I'm just like, okay. This is weird. It was an interesting time. I was very young. I think that was my first job, actually. Wasn't even my favorite. My favorite one was the Got Milk commercial I got booted out of at the last second. So, like, they paid me for being in the original shooting of the commercial, but then I never got the royalties from the commercial airing, which is a shame because that one was everywhere. It aired everywhere, like all the time. That was a Got Milk commercial. God, I love the Got Milk people. They paid me quite a bit of money, and on top of it, like, they gave me milkshakes on demand and had a tutor for me while I was shooting it, so I liked the Got Milk people. They were good people. The Disney people suck. Disney sucks, man. Like, for real. They were mean to my grandma. What? Is this just gonna be a continuous situation of what is Red talking about? Okay. So after this is done, if you guys want, in the Discord, or, actually, I will just send the link to you, Balin, since I don't know if you're on the Discord or not. We do have a Discord chat, you guys, but, if you guys want, I will actually link to, both the music video I can link to both music videos I was in, because my mom found the other one recently, and I was like, oh, hey! That's right, I was in 2 of these, and the other one was weird, and I had to wear the parka that I absolutely hated in it. I hated that parka. It was bright green with, like, this weird faux fur trim, and I was like, I hate this thing. I hate it so much. Because it was so big and puffy, and I looked like a green marshmallow in it. Like a green marshmallow with red hair with fur trim, and I hated the damn thing. I hated it so much. Oh my god, yes, please, the link, please, please. I saw the music video, the one with the Bible reading. Oh, you did? Okay. So I have shown that to you. Yeah, that's the one with Kato Kaelin and Screech from Saved by the Bell in it, and, I'm the adorable child. They gave me a pink princess dress. I was very happy. Like, it's so weird because everyone's like, what do you remember about it? I was like, I remember wearing a pink princess dress, them making me read from the Bible, and birthday cake, because it was somebody's birthday, so there was a crap ton of birthday cake. Because they basically bought enough for the entire production. And I was like, this is great! Free birthday cake! I'm not in school, I get to wear a pretty dress, and on top of it, well, I mean, that was basically it. I was in a pretty dress, I was not in school, I got to eat cake. That's what I remember the most of. I was 6, what do you want from me? And, like, I've only been able to find, like, one copy of the video online because I haven't been able to find my copy Because I do have a copy of it. It's just I have not been able to find it somewhere out in the garage, or it's one of the few VHS tapes that I have in my room that I need to get transferred to DVD sometime soon. But I don't know which one it is because I think I took it out of its original box, and also I used to be really ashamed of it, so I may have thrown it away once when I was in high school. Who knows? I went through a phase of being really ashamed of this video. Like, I used to be like, no, don't ever show it to anyone. And now I'm like, no, I gotta show it to everybody. Like, I got out of that awkward phase real quick. So I gotta find that music video. I gotta find what I did with it. Like, the actual original copy that I have. Because the one I found online is, like, it's missing a couple of the scenes, I think. Like, I know it's missing the part where I'm sitting on Kato Kaelin's chest and he's supposed to be dead. Like, and in between takes, I was, like, bouncing on him because I was 6 and that seemed like fun. Oops. Right? So, I need to find it again, just so that I can be like, haha, here's the long version. If I ever find it, I will upload it to the internet. And be like, hey guys, here's the full version. Yeah, but so I was in 2 music videos, a couple of commercials. They used to do these, like, adverts for Fox Family where there was an actual family, and, I was in those, and I was supposed to be this little girl, and, well, I was the little girl, and they had me in a tutu, and they had me, like, spinning a baton, and then I was supposed to toss it off screen, and in the next, like, edited scene, it would be the grandma, like, knocked out. That was me. Like, I remember those so clearly, and I've never been able to find them online. Which is just a shame, because that was, like, the one thing that I remember the most clearly, because that was one of the last things I did. There's also another one of those adverts where I'm shaking my butt at the camera, so that'd be fun to find. Actor's cut, right? Because the funniest part about it is that it was never aired because it was a music video done for a director. Like, it was a director's reel, which I'm still not sure what the hell that means, but I guess it means, like, it was not aired and it was only supposed to be seen by the director that it was made for. And his wife was actually in it, which I didn't realize at the time. In fact, I didn't even realize it until I found it online, and then the person who had it was like, oh yeah, and this was made for the guy's wife, and da-da-da-da, and I'm like, oh, it was? Shit. Like, that's who that vampire chick I had to sit in a trailer with was? Oh, that was his wife. Okay, that's weird, but okay. Yeah. So, I should find it. That'll be interesting, like, if I ever manage to publish anything of any note, which I want to. That is the dream, is to write something so good that I get published and it makes a crap ton of money, and then I wind up on TV and somebody figures out, oh hey, also by the way, this person did this as a child, and then that'll be on my IMDb page forever. I'm actually really oddly looking forward to that. Yep. It'll be like one of those did you know things. Except everyone will know because I do not keep silent about this crap. I don't know. I've just gotten to that point in my life where I'm not really embarrassed by a lot anymore. I mean, I still don't take compliments well. Like, I still end up blushing like an idiot and, like, stammering like an idiot. No. I mean, people who are not idiots stammer. I mean, just stuttering because I'm so embarrassed I can't, like, think straight. Just, in general, like, freak out when people compliment me. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm just not used to it. So, compliment me and see me completely fall apart at the seams. It's happened before. I know that feeling. Yep, see, I'm not the only one. Okie. Alright, so now what we're doing is I'm taking my selection tool to select the areas where I want my gradient to go. And then we're using our gradient tool to create the deeper shadows of the image. So there you go. I'm just a big bunch of don't say that I don't deserve it, so then I fuck up responding. I'm less that and more just like my brain immediately shuts off because it's like, oh my god, somebody's saying something nice. And then I'm like, I'm not used to that. What do I do? And then my brain's like, I don't know. I don't have enough experience for this. And then I turn into a blithering idiot. See, Daphne, that's better. It's better when you just sit beside me and nap. It's much better than you trying to eat my cords. Or butting against my hand and driving me crazy. Oh god, crap. Thing in my eye. Go away. Okay. Alright. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Oh, oops. Set an alarm for 5 o'clock.
Okay, it's on.
Yay. Everybody gets to hear my alarm sound again. To be fair, it's just a heavy metal song that randomly starts blaring. Whereas my timer sound is the boatswain's whistle from Star Trek. It's loud and piercing, and I hear it right away. Alright, so we will go to either 4:30 or 5 o'clock, depending on what time my mom comes home, because if she comes home in the next few minutes, I'm gonna have to quit. Or we'll go to 5. That will leave me plenty of time to get dinner done and then be on for the late night, or as I call it, just night stream. Because it's not late night for me. Siri, wake up! And screams the dog. Well, actually, it's weird because the bosun's whistle doesn't make my dog perk up and pay attention. He, like, does not react to it. Thank God. It's not like those commercials for Home Advisor that just send my dog into a friggin' like barking spree. Every time that commercial comes on, I have this little fit in my head that goes, oh no. Oh, that was my neck. That hurt. It was slightly painful. Still felt good. Don't regret it. Felt good. Yeah, that was my neck. My joints are incredibly loud. When I was working at Jack in the Box, there, one of my coworkers, my night manager actually, she came up behind me once and cracked my back, and it was so loud that people thought it was like popcorn or like bubble wrap or something. And they were like, that's your back? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. My joints are just loud. And so it used to become this like spectacle of the night manager coming in to crack my back and everybody else coming to watch so they could stare in horror. Sounded like a tennis ball bouncing on pavement. I've